Have you ever heard of a place where women are asked to offer themselves to strangers as part of a local tradition? Or an island that holds the buried treasures of notorious pirates still waiting to be discovered? What if I told you these tales are just the beginning of what Madagascar has to offer? Hi everyone, welcome to our travel. Today we're going to explore Madagascar, a remote and mysterious island where you'll find unique traditions, breathtaking nature, and untold stories that you've likely never heard of. We'll dive into a shocking custom, hidden pirate treasures, and one of the wildest ecosystems on the planet. If you think you've seen it all, think again. Madagascar will amaze you. Are you ready to dive into the unknown? Let's get started. Exploring shocking cultural traditions. Madagascar is famous for its rich cultural diversity. But one of the most controversial ancient customs can be found in the remote villages of southern Madagascar, where traditional practices are still very much alive. Did you know that in some secluded villages, women are asked to spend the night with visitors as a show of hospitality? This might seem strange, even shocking to outsiders, but for the Malagasy people, it's a way to welcome guests and honor the strength of women. In their tradition, a woman sharing a night with a guest brings good fortune to the village, as it's seen as a blessing from their ancestors. You see, this tradition goes beyond just hospitality. It's deeply connected to a belief system where ancestors are viewed as sacred protectors of the village. For the Malagasy people, connecting with ancestors is a holy act. They believe that by offering this unique hospitality, they are praying for prosperity and peace for their village. Though this custom may sound surprising, it's still practiced in some remote villages. However, as Madagascar becomes more modern, many Malagasy people have moved away from these old traditions. Can you imagine that in today's world, there are still places where such ancient customs are part of daily life? It makes you think, maybe we're not as connected to our past as they are. But the surprises don't end here. Madagascar has more than just shocking customs. Let's turn back in time to the royal history of this island and learn about one of the most powerful queens who left a lasting mark on Madagascar's history. Queen Ranavalona, a tyrant or a hero? Madagascar is one of the few places that had a famous queen known worldwide, Queen Ranavalona. She ruled from 1828 to 1861, and she's known for her strict and often brutal policies to keep Madagascar safe from Western influence and invasion. So who was she? Why is she considered one of the most ruthless rulers in Madagascar's history? During her reign, Queen Ranavalona was determined to protect the Malagasy way of life. She banned Christianity and forced Christian missionaries out of the country, as she believed they were trying to change the traditions of her people. Those who converted to Christianity faced harsh punishments. One of the most infamous methods of punishment was called the Tsingy ordeal. In this ordeal, the accused had to drink a poisonous mixture. If they survived, they were proven innocent, but if they didn't, they were considered guilty. Many people today see her as a ruthless dictator who caused suffering, but some Malagasy still view her as a hero. They believe she fought tirelessly to keep Madagascar free from colonial powers and to protect Malagasy culture from outside influence. Can you imagine a ruler who would go to such lengths to defend her country's traditions? Ranavalona's story is still talked about in Madagascar. She remains a controversial figure, seen by some as a protector of her people and by others as a tyrant. What do you think? Was Ranavalona a tyrant or a protector of her people? This story from Madagascar's past shows us just how complex and fascinating the island's history is. But from a powerful queen, we now turn to explore tales of pirate treasures. Have you ever heard of hidden pirate loot lying somewhere on this island? Pirate treasure and unsolved legends. Madagascar was once a paradise for famous pirates in the 17th and 18th centuries. With its deep bays and rugged coastline, the island became a favorite hiding spot for many pirates. The most famous among them were Captain Kidd and Olivier Levasseur, also known as La Bouze. Can you imagine that a place like Madagascar could hold hidden pirate treasures? Before he was captured and executed, La Bouze left behind a complex cipher, a puzzle that, if solved, would lead to his treasure. For centuries, treasure hunters have tried to crack the code, but the treasure remains undiscovered. La Bouze's treasure is still an unsolved mystery, and it draws adventurers and treasure hunters from all over the world. What if you one day journey to Madagascar and become the first to find La Bouze's treasure? The idea of hidden treasure makes Madagascar even more exciting, doesn't it? But the island holds more than just pirate tales. Madagascar is also home to a one-of-a-kind ecosystem. Let's take a closer look at the Tsingy stone forest, a natural wonder you won't find anywhere else. The Tsingy stone forest, a surreal geological wonder. The Tsingy stone forest in western Madagascar is one of the world's most unique geological wonders. This UNESCO World Heritage Site spans over 666 square kilometers, with sharp limestone peaks that can rise as high as 100 meters. These jagged peaks were shaped by millions of years of erosion, creating a landscape that's both surreal and challenging to navigate. Can you imagine walking across narrow suspension bridges while looking down at sharp stone peaks below? That's what it's like to explore Tsingy. The landscape isn't the only amazing thing about Tsingy. This stone forest is also home to a variety of unique species, including lemurs, geckos, and rare plants that you won't find anywhere else in the world. Tsingy is more than just a beautiful landscape, it's a symbol of Madagascar's untouched nature and wild beauty. But Tsingy is just one part of Madagascar's rich biodiversity. The island itself is a biodiversity hotspot, filled with incredible wildlife that is found nowhere else. Let's dive into the natural wonders of Madagascar and see what makes this island so special. Biodiversity and conservation challenges. Madagascar is home to over 90% of plant and animal species that exist only on this island. That's what makes it a biodiversity hotspot. One of Madagascar's most iconic animals is the lemur. With around 70 different species on the island, lemurs are a central part of Madagascar's ecosystem. From the tiny mouse lemur to the larger indri, these creatures help disperse seeds and pollinate plants, playing a crucial role in keeping the island's ecosystem in balance. But unfortunately, Madagascar's wildlife is under threat. Due to deforestation and climate change, many of these species are endangered. Madagascar is also home to more than half of the world's chameleon species, including the tiny Bruxia chameleon and the large Parsons chameleon. Like lemurs, these reptiles face significant threats, as their habitats are shrinking every year. The ecosystem in Madagascar is fragile, but there are ongoing efforts to protect it. Conservation groups from around the world, along with local communities, are working hard to preserve Madagascar's unique species and habitats. International conservation groups are collaborating with local communities to safeguard the island's unique species. Together, they are creating hope for a sustainable future. Protecting these animals is not just important for Madagascar. It's essential for the entire planet, so future generations can experience the wonders of Madagascar's natural heritage. Madagascar truly is a living treasure, with so many incredible things to see and experience. Madagascar, a land where ancient customs blend with untold legends and extraordinary biodiversity. This island nation is a treasure trove of experiences waiting to be discovered. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What aspect of Madagascar's rich culture and history intrigues you the most? Share your insights in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our travel. By joining our community, you'll be the first to embark on our next exciting adventure. Have another place in mind that you'd like us to explore? Drop your suggestions below, and it might be our next adventure. Craving more tales of enigmatic destinations? Stay tuned for our upcoming video, where we'll unveil another hidden gem of our fascinating world. The mystery continues.